BMW, the brand that stands for Break My Wallet, has made some of the fastest and slowest, prettiest and ugliest, and fanciest and weirdest looking cars to ever hit the road. The three-letter brand from Germany just celebrated its 50th anniversary of M, and today is arguably the most popular enthusiast brand of 2024. And whether you have one or you don't, you either want one or you want another one. And if you've never driven one, then you're honestly missing out, because this brand makes some of the best sports cars that money can buy. I'm Ryan from Gears and Gains. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another video. Because I'm going to be telling you what the best BMW that you can buy in 2024 is. Now, BMW has a history longer than a text message that you'd receive from your ex-girlfriend after she finds out that you're finally moving on. Going back, cars like the E30 M3 paved the way for the success that BMW would have in the future with its short wheelbase manual motorsport focused cars. Fast forward to the year 2000, just a few years after the JDM cars of the 90s ruled the car scene, and the E46 M3 would be released. Still till this day, the E46 would be known as the best M3 of all time. And who could forget the E39 M5 that stood side by side with the M3 to be known as the best M5 ever made? But after that, things started to change. You see, because in 2008, the E90 and E92 M3 would drop, and it was a lot bigger than it was before. Granted, it had 2 extra cylinders and a V8 that sounded amazing, while the M5 had a V10 that could literally rip your ears off. But after this, BMW started to get bigger and more bloated, and it was only a matter of time before the F90 M3 in 2015 was just as big as the E39 M5 that we talked about earlier, which, by the way, released in 1999. Still, cars like the 1M and the F87 M2 competition attempted to carry on the legacy of the early 2000s, but soon after, their life cycles would be replaced with new generations. Which brings us to 2024, where BMW is still making some amazing sports cars. But it seems that they've shifted their focus from manual short wheelbase coupes to cars that can hold power and be modified for drag racing, while still handling pretty damn good. Oh, and did I say that most of these cars still come in a manual? Yeah, in 2024. But that leaves us with the question, which one should you buy? Because there are so many options out there. But make sure you stay tuned till the end, because I'm gonna be revealing the craziest BMW that you can get for under 35 grand. So, if you have tons of money, then the G80 M3 is the way to go. Yes, I get it, these cars are very controversial looking, but the best part is always behind the wheel. The M3 is fast, luxurious, and a great way to spend money if you want to modify your car. With just a few bolt-ons alone, you can bring this car from its stock 500 horsepower to almost 800 wheel horsepower. And if you get the all-wheel drive model, then you can disconnect the front axles and go full rear-wheel drive for some crazy drifting. And not only is this car offered with an 8-speed auto, but you can get it in a 6-speed manual transmission. Imagine having an 800 horsepower manual sedan. The kids would literally never be late to school. Another reason to love the G80 is all the amazing factory colors, from fire orange and techno violet purple to frozen white and Isle of Man green. This car is far from boring, and there really isn't much to hate on this car except for maybe the way it looks, but I'm sure that's grown on everybody. And I'm sure the second you get behind the wheel, you're gonna forget all about the grille and want to pick one up immediately. But if you don't have 80 grand to spend on a G80 or want a car that looks a little better, the M2 is an awesome second choice. Although it only comes in rear-wheel drive, just like the G80, this car also offers a 6-speed manual. Unlike the previous M2, the base comes with the same engine as the M3, so there's really no reason to upgrade to the competition. Well, because there isn't one. These cars are fun, exciting, and a great deal starting at only 65 grand. And that short wheelbase, manual rear-wheel drive car, that's what it's all about. But okay, I get it. You want something that looks good. You want something that looks like a real BMW. Well, you can get an F90 M5 for a fraction of what it used to cost. This car has a twin-turbo V8 that sounds like an AMG's worst nightmare. And it's crazy to think that the M5 comes stock with over 600 horsepower. I think the best part is the regular BMW grille instead of the big pig nose that you get on the M3, but the massaging seats are a very close second. But all right, what about a car that's actually affordable? What about a car that you can get for under 35 grand? A car that single-handedly made BMW one of the most popular car brands in America. Well, look no further than the BMW M340i. This car comes with the legendary B58 engine, which made BMW one of the most reliable car brands of 2024. The B58 has endless tuning potential potential, from simple bolt-on mods to E85 and big turbos. And have you heard this thing? It's easily one of the best sounding 6-cylinder engines there is. And it's no wonder that this car is being used by drag racing professionals around the world to run a 10-second quarter mile with just a few mods. And the interior, well, it's the same exact thing as the M3. All of these reasons make this car truly a heck of a deal that you can get for only 35 grand. Spending that much money for performance and luxury and reliability, that's a no-brainer. And forget about all that talk about it not being a real M car. This thing is a bang for your buck. And I truly think out of every car on this list, the M340 has to be the best. Because I mean, why spend all that extra money for a little bit of extra when you can get a whole lot for your money with the M340? After all, the fastest BMW to ever hit a drag strip is a B58 M240. So if you want a coupe, you can definitely get the M240. But for an all-around car, the M340 is still the way to go. But which car is your favorite on the list? And did I get it right? Which BMW is your favorite of all time? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and check out last week's video right over here. And as always, I'm Ryan from Gears and Gains, and I'll see you in the next one.